Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. WB Mason, get free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. And by buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com. Looney Hot Dog Night. Hot dogs for $1 here at Rogers Center. Incredibly popular. This place is going to be packed. And as we toss it down, already 34,005, Jemai, have been consumed. And I know you've got a big plate of them coming your way around the third inning.
Yeah, I think I got about 549 of those are ones that I've eaten so far, but certainly going to continue to let the number rise here tonight at the Rogers Center, OB. But talking about Peyton Tolle, who's making his second start this year. First one was impressive considering he hadn't pitched in 10 days prior to that. The start was electric. He brought energy, and he really showed what the team had wanted out of him as it relates to his secondary pitches. That's refine what's already in the toolbox. His minor league manager, Chad Tracy, now his major league manager, knows that best.
Both of them, and it's not necessarily a thing about, oh, we had to add, that was the big thing. It's not we're going to add more depth or get it below the bottom rail. It's like, no, the secondary's there. We need to land them, and when he does that, again, if you're a hitter that has to honor 98, with ride and jump in the zone, and you also have to honor he can land a breaking ball and a changeup, like, it was mostly about that. Like, let's get to the comfortability of, like, we can land these pitches in the zone whenever we need to, even if we're behind in the count.
And that comfortability of the secondary pitches is going to make Tolle a problem. He's always energetic, having that little pregame snack there. He said after that start, guys, against the Yankees, he wanted to be an energy giver, not an energy vampire. Nobody, Dave, wants that.
Nobody wants an energy vampire. He's firing down a late bite there. Red Sox lineup, I don't think it's a hot dog. Brought to you by Plymouth Rock. And it'll be Jaron Duran to lead things off, followed by Wilson Contreras and Roman Anthony. Abreu in right, Story at short, Masataka Yoshida the DH. Narvaez in the 7th spot, Meyer in the 8 hole, and Caleb Durbin bats 9th.
Take a look at the Blue Jays starting pitcher presented by WB Mason, 22-year-old Trey Savage. You see those 9 games, 3 in the regular season, 6 in the postseason where he pitched a couple of gems. Check out his arsenal. That 4-seam fastball right around 95, run up to 96. Slider split, old school 3-pitch mix. The split is his nasty pitch. I'm sure we'll see it a lot here today. Defensively for the Blue Jays. Okamoto will be at third base with Jimenez and Clement up the middle. Vlad Jr. at first. The outfield left to right. Schneider, Varsho, and Straw, where Tyler Heineman doing the catching.
Umpires tonight here for Game 2. Brennan Miller has home plate, with Gene Blakeney and Hudson on the bases. And we're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP, brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. And up the number climbs. Looney, the $1 here in Canada.
Wow, 44. What did we get to? 75? Get to 100? 100,000?
Boy, today, these people look very hungry. And the crowd continues to make their way from the concession stand to their seats. That may take a while.
Right, bring them up here. I'll do 1 inning.
No, you can.
Why not?
Impressive. You should see wolf down some hot dogs, man. It's keep your hands away. Jaron Duran will lead it off. Center fielder, 179 with a home run against Savage. Big guy at 6'4", 230. First time facing the Red Sox in his career. Yeah, and his big thing, too, is like the arm angle in which he throws at. It's 64 degrees. A lot of guys in that 30 to 40 range, but he's right over the top, adds a little deception, especially that split finger. But Duran hit the ball hard all last night. Had nothing to show for it out of that leadoff spot. He's in an 0 for 9, looking to bust that this evening. Savage began the season on the IL with a shoulder impingement, so this is his season debut. And he'll be outside with that one, 2-1.
Yeah, last night was one of those nights where, listen, you did your job. You hit 3 balls over 105 miles an hour. All 3 outs. There's nothing you can really do about it. Just keep hitting it hard.
Contreras on deck. And popped up into foul territory. Okamoto with a long run won't get there. Savage went from A-ball to World Series hero last fall. Struck out 17 in the October Classic over 3 appearances. He was tremendous.
He really was. A couple of outings during that playoff run were fantastic from him, but a little shoulder impingement. Got the late start, 4 rehab appearances. It'll be interesting to see how long he can go here today.
Ground ball right side. Clement quickly over to get Duran. One away. Some of the nuggets from your Savage's postseason, including that World Series start, Game 5, where he struck out 12 Dodgers, a rookie record.
He had it all working. You see that release point right over the top. So now 95 on top of the zone. He plays that split off of it. It's tough to lay off. That's what just got Jaron out in front of it.
And brings up Contreras for the first time tonight. 253, 6 homers.
In his last outing in AAA, they deemed him ready to start up here, but he only went 2 1/3, 64 pitches. Went to 71 before that. But I think he could be around 80. Just make him work.
Rocketed down the left field line. Contreras jumped all over that. That's a fair ball into the corner. He will head into second base with an easy double. Absolutely smoked that one. And the Red Sox quickly have a man at second. He was ready to go.
Yeah, and I see this offense right here in the first inning jumping on it 1-0. He gets the fastball down. He does smoke this ball. This is an easy little trot into second base.
So a 4-game hitting streak for him. And as Lou pointed out in the open, a number of Red Sox putting together hitting streaks at the same time. It's a big reason they've won 3 straight. Here's Roman Anthony. He'd love to join them, hitting just .218.
Yeah, Abreu, Narvaez, Meyer, all 6-game hitting streaks. This guy, you got to get going here.
Continues to get his walks, but not many hits. 3 for his last 18. He has walked 8 times in the last 6 games. Man at second. Red Sox trying to get on the board quickly here against Toronto. 1-1. He was out in front. There's that splitter you were talking about.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch. One thing's with him too. He's a very passive hitter anyways. I've talked about some of the free strikes he's given opposing pitchers, just outer half early in counts, but in the zone, a 52% swing rate in the zone. That is extremely low. You want to be closer to 65.
He held up on a pitch downstairs. 2-2. Abreu next.
Usually pretty good outside the zone, right? That's kind of his thing. Plate discipline, knowing the zone, but should be a touch more aggressive. Guys are giving you pitches to hit rather than just sort of getting deep into counts.
Tell you what, he put on an absolute show in batting practice today. He was launching it. Here a ground ball to Clement. 2 down as Contreras advances to third. So it'll be up to Wilyer Abreu, who's the hottest hitter in the lineup right now, to try and bring in his run. Wilyer hitting .306 with 4 home runs and a 6-game hitting streak. Contreras with the double, advancing to third on a ground out. And 2 down here in the top of the first as he looks at ball 1. Savage made just 3 major league starts last year, none of them against the Red Sox. And a 1-0. He left it up. He did not make his major league debut last season until September 15th, when he struck out 9 Tampa Bay Rays. Fouled off. 2-1.
So many big young arms. Before the game, we were talking about that 24 class, right? Both these guys were in it. Last year was their first pro season. Savage and Tolle in the big leagues, making an impact late in the season. This guy in the World Series.
Popped up over third into shallow left. Here comes Schneider. And the Red Sox get a man down to third, cannot bring him in. And Peyton Tolle, the colorful lefty, about to uncork his first pitch. Presented by Xfinity. Miles Straw at the top. Clement had his jersey night last night. It was immensely popular. Vlad Guerrero hitting .330. And taking on Peyton Tolley. His first offering of the night is bunted at and popped up. And jumping up Contreras to make the play. Straw with great speed. Trying to put it to use, but not a good bunt, obviously, and one away.
The Red Sox pitcher brought to you by buyatoyota.com. 23-year-old Peyton Tolley. Boy, was he impressive in that last outing against the Yankees. There it is. In his one start, he went 6 innings, struck out 11. Did a lot with that power fastball early on. Taking a look at his arsenal, it's that four-seam fastball. He was up 97, 98. The sinker, just more tools in his toolbox here. The sinker came out. The curveball was fantastic. Good cutter.
Ernie Clement hitting .310 and takes a ball. Both of these starters very young. Tolley's 23, Savage 22. One man away.
Fall behind here, but that last outing against the Yankees, you know, it was electric. He just overpowered him with four-seam fastball early on, and then that second, third time through, he became a pitcher. He started seeing the sinker, and the curveball was fantastic. Cutter.
3-0. I've seen a fastball at 95. Of course, against the Yankees, he came out at 98, 99.
Yeah. Juiced up for that one.
Remember last August, he got his major league career off to a similar blazing start with 8 strikeouts against Paul Skeens in Pittsburgh. His next start after that, the velocity was down, though, and that's going to be ball 4.
Check out the Red Sox defense, brought to you by Car Shield. Caleb Durbin back at third base with Story and Meyer up the middle. Contreras at first. Outfield left to right is Anthony Duran and Abreu. Carlos Narvaez doing the catching.
Vladimir Guerrero at .330 with 2 home runs. We'll check in with a man at first and one away.
There's that sinker there. We know so much about the curveball was fantastic. Got 7 swings and misses on that curveball to 10 swings against the Yankees, but the sinkers are really the neutralizer. Gives him another power fastball with movement.
A lot of strike 1, 2 against the Yankees, fouled away by Guerrero. He's in the hole 0-2. Red Sox are 11-1 when the starting pitcher goes 6 innings or more.
And that one loss was his last start.
He was terrific. The 0-2 pitch to Vladdy. And popped up. Shallow center. Duran and Abreu. Abreu moving on over to make the play. 2 out. Vladdy has not hit a home run in this building at home so far this year.
Yeah, the fastball really got on Vlad. You talk about the velos, not 99, but still 95. Again, the extension's elite. It's 99th percentile. 7 feet 5 inches. I mean, he's just placing it in that glove. That's why I made Vladdy got in on him.
Okamoto swings at the first pitch and skies a pop-up on the left side of the diamond. Durbin would like to take it, waiting for it, and makes the catch. That was up there half an hour. It's a 10-pitch start for Peyton Tolley. No score after 1. No score after 1. Trevor Story leading it off against you, Savage. At 191 with a couple of home runs. Masataka Yoshida after him. Bunt attempt drop down. Savage off the hill with the throw and safe. Trevor Story beats it with a bunt single. And Trevor can still get up that line. He has the Red Sox second hit.
That's nice to see. You know, everybody really up and down this lineup. We even saw Contreras square one time, and I'm like, not you, big fella. But Trevor Story, we know he can still run and get on base, make some things happen. And this is a really nice bunt. Got it far enough away from Savage to be able to beat this thing out.
Masataka 261. If you're a betting man, you might say tonight's the night he hits a home run. because of the way he has swung the bat against Toronto in the past. He's hitting .360 against the Blue Jays in his career. Won't happen here as he flies this one to left field, and Schneider gets under. And one away in the second. Narvaez next. He did belt a home run last night in the 8th inning. Absolute rocket. As we check out tonight's home run odds presented by FanDuel.
We've been hitting some more. 5 straight games with a home run, 7 in total. I'd like to think eventually it'd start leaving the yard. No longer tied for last or in last. Creeping.
Moved up a few spots on the home run charts. Progress in the right direction. He's hitting .246. A 6-game hitting streak for Narvaez as he takes a ball. One of the batter weights rolled closer to home plate. Doesn't belong there. So they stop play for a second. Now the Red Sox on deck circle. That's where Marcelo Meyer waits. Swing and a busted bat. Popped up, and a catch will be made by Heineman. Actually just let it go, and it went flying into the net. 2 down.
And that was an odd one. Something else came off that hand on him. He's got a little thin thumb guard. That came off as well. This is a yard sale.
Marcelo .243 with a home run. As of late, locked in 6 in a row. He's hit in 8 for his last 18. One thing that the new manager, the interim manager Chad Tracy, has made pretty clear is he likes the idea of Marcelo facing more lefties. Going to get more of a chance. Got a right-hander tonight and a tough one. And popped into foul territory, ranging for it Okamoto, but will not get to this one.
He hasn't started against the lefty. He does have 6 at-bats. Got a couple of hits. Most of those are relievers. You know, when you're leading in the game, you don't pinch hit for him. You want the defense out there. You let him face it. So he's got 6 at-bats here early on against them, but I'm sure there'll be the occasional lefties. Like you said, I'm not going to throw them out there against Skubal or somebody, but we'll pick and choose.
2 down, no score in the second. That'll miss. 2-1.
Hey, if anything, you're talking about stolen base with Story with 2 outs. You're trying to find that split count. Heineman 191 pop time. That's 4th quickest right now in the American League. He can throw it, but Savage kind of slow to the plate.
Story diving back in safely. Savage began last season at Single-A and pitched at 4 minor league stops before his promotion to the big leagues in September. Almost thrown away, knocked down, and Story back in.
That's 2 disengagements. See if that gets Story running here.
He was an All-American at East Carolina University, went 19-2 there. And Toronto took him in that first round in 2024. There goes Story, and fouled away. Looked like he had it stolen too.
That was a good jump. East Carolina. Yeah, you see him hopping out there a little bit, getting a couple extra steps. He did. It's hard for a lefty, and plus it's a 2-1 count, but lefties, it's hard to see that. If you're a righty and you see that kind of jump, maybe, but you don't want to be taking fastballs down the middle.
2 down and a 2-2. Base hit past the diving Guerrero. Story rounding into third. Red Sox have their 3rd hit. And Marcelo Meyer extends his hitting streak to 7 in a row.
Another off-speed pitch, too. Talking about earlier some of the struggles that he's had on things non-fastball, but last night he hit a slider in the gap, and today gets it split up. Gets it past Guerrero. Some guys in scoring position again like they had in the first.
So 2 down for Caleb Durbin at 174 with 1 home run. He's put together a little 4-game hitting streak. He's going to take ball 1.
Yeah, 5 for 14. 6 of his last 11 hits have gone for extra base hits. Getting the ball in the air a little bit more. That ground ball rate still very high.
Popped up but foul out of play. The consistent part of his game has been his defense. He has 4 defensive runs saved at third. It's actually second most in the American League. And quietly, the Red Sox have begun to play much better defense. 1-1 home. He bounced it.
Yeah, that's been going on now for a couple of weeks. You know, it's strange when you look up there too at some of the leaderboards. They're, you know, plus 17 defensive runs saved. That's #1 in the American League.
#1 in the American League.
Plus 9 outs above average. That's #1 in the American League.
We're talking about a team that the last couple of years was a bad defensive team. No other way to say it. Maybe the worst in the American League, worst in baseball.
Yeah.
Right up there. So that's, I mean, we talk about 17. That's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, the errors are still, you know, 16 errors. That's middle of the pack now. It's 17th. It's no longer last. But they've only made a couple in the last 13 games. So it's been going on for a while now. 2-3 weeks. See the numbers there.
Well, Sox are 12 and 17. Got a long way to go in many phases of the game, obviously, but that has been an improvement that's not been recognized very much. Count 3-2. You look at that last one.
That split just stayed above the zone. You get Meyer moving here, 3-2.
Story at third. Marcelo Meyer at first, and 2 down to 3-2.
See a lot more of this. Right, making pitchers work. No 3-pitch strikeouts. It's going to happen. It's the big leagues. Guys got nasty stuff. We're getting guys deep. Seeing some pitches. It's important for the guy his first time back from rehab.
3-2 again. And a high fly ball into right field, backing up Straw with some space behind him. Side retired. Red Sox will leave a couple more here in the second inning.
Scoreless in the second inning, and Dave, you and Lou were just having a conversation about defense, and since Alex Cora and his coach's departure on the road trip, a lot has been said and a lot has been written. One report by Julian McWilliams highlighted some internal conflict as it related to Trevor Story's ability at shortstop, and it came up in a conversation that I had with Trevor recently, and he said that I feel good. The physical side of playing the position is something he says I have to be on every day. He said I feel good about that. We're putting in the work to be able to go out there and play the way I want to. Showed that I can last year, and I don't think a lot changes in 4 months. Now, he admits that he got off to a slow start with the 4 errors, but he remains confident, guys, and says he knows that he can do it.
Got himself a bunt single here tonight. Wound up at third, was stranded there. Red Sox have had a couple of early scoring chances here this evening. Peyton Tolley against Varsho. Talking about defense, remember we were here last year on a fly ball to center field. He was playing defense where he fell down and recovered to make the catch. It was a spectacular play. He takes a big swing and comes up empty for strike 3. The fact that he recovered to make the catch was amazing.
Oh, he's a great center fielder. Here it is here last year. A little stumble, able to keep focused. Duran, who apparently doesn't like hitting the ball hard here because bad things happen.
Right.
But that stumble, gets up and still able to backhand this. Was impressive.
Eloy Jimenez with 1 out. No score in the second. And foul ball. We were talking about Savage pitching in the postseason. Tolley's introduction to postseason play was not as dramatic, but in Game 2 of the wild card, he came out of the bullpen, bases loaded against the Yankees in the 8th inning, and induced a ground ball to strand all three. Deep drive on his horse Duran, and he'll run it down on the track. Smooth running catch for out number 2.
It's a curveball from Tolley, and again, just to give him a little something different to look at. There's a lot of power, and then here comes a curveball in the 82-83 range. Really had it working against the Yankees. I mentioned 7 swing and misses on 10 swings, 70% whiff. He had 18 swing and misses against the Yankees. I don't expect the high K numbers here tonight. This is just not a team that swings and misses a lot.
Schneider hitting just 136 with a home run. Certainly on the all mustache team. So is Peyton Tolley. And a 2-0 pop foul back upstairs. Athletes in the family for Peyton. His mom was a member of the Wichita State golf team. His dad, Chad, competed in track and field at Oklahoma State. Their son is the size of an NFL lineman. 6'6", 280.
He's a big boy.
The Stillwater, Oklahoma. 3-1 to Schneider. He will put him on his second walk tonight for the Sox starter.
Yeah, Schneider getting to start with the lefties here, going up against it. He's in the middle of an 0 for 20, so not exactly the 2-out walk you're looking for, but a couple of walks early on from Tolley.
Looney Dogs are up to almost 64,000.
What's the record?
Record's like 95,000, something like that. 95, 98,000.
For a good start.
Popped to foul territory, cruising over Contreras, but it's off and it stands.
We usually come out of the gates fast, don't you? Like
Yeah.
You get hot dogs, you can probably drop a few in a row, and then all of a sudden it starts settling in, and you get in that hot dog coma.
Do you remember how many you ate at like one sitting or one event in your life?
I think I was dumb enough to do it one time on the radio. Did about 8 or 9.
8 or 9 as a grown man.
Yeah, you know, it's the 4th of July. Hit the field. Hot dog competition.
Popped again to foul ground. Abreu charging for it, still coming. And because it's Willier, you're like, well, you don't give up on it, that he might make the catch. Got close to it.
Yeah, it's a tough little corner down there. You're kind of in a straight line. Got to watch that wall a little bit. Not much of a runway.
I think I got in Little League once at a Little League event something like 12 hot dogs consumed.
I can see it.
I'm not saying they all stayed down. Swung on and missed, and he got him. Strike 3. 2 Ks in the inning for Peyton Tolley. Time against you, Savage. No score after the first 2 in Toronto. And Duran will fly that one into right. Straw will close on it for the out on pitch and 1 out. Duran 0 for 2. And sends up Wilson Contreras, who was ready to hit in the first inning. Pounced on one and hit a wicked line drive down the left field corner. And went for a double. Batting stats are presented by your local Honda dealers.
I think Duran was almost sitting on that split. Just caught it off the end a little bit off the bat. Looked good. Didn't get a good piece of it.
Grounded right at Jimenez. That's going to be 2 pitches and 2 out in the third. Things were going really bad for the Red Sox. That was like clockwork.
Yeah, that was a good pitch to hit. Just got to hit on him, and now it's hitting to Roman Anthony. Almost It was funny. They always say, 2 pitches, you got to take a strike. So now 0-1, guess what you do? You chase the 4th pitch and you get out. So at this point, you see a good pitch, let it rip.
He will often let the first one go, and that'll be ball 1. Red Sox have had a couple of early opportunities to score in there for a strike, 1-1. Twice had a runner at third already tonight. One through there for a strike.
This last 3 games, that's one area hitting .424, 14 for 33 with guys in scoring position. That was a big 17-run game. I get it, but the other ones were good too. Here, 0 for 3 to start, just early, but you get some guys on.
Two down, a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox will be home on Friday through Sunday, and that'll be the homestand. That's it. Those games against Houston will be back on the road right after that to Detroit. 2-2. And a pop up into left along the line. Schneider, plenty of time to get there. And that's all. Red Sox go quickly on just 7 pitches in the 3rd. Toronto up against Peyton Tolley. The number 9 hitter Jimenez will crank a base hit up the middle. Jumping on the very first pitch to begin their 3rd inning. And that's their first hit tonight.
Jimenez wasn't in there last night against the lefty like Varsho, but he gets this nod. He's having a nice offensive year, but most of it's versus righties. Only came in 4 for 22 against lefties, but he wasn't waiting around for anything off speed. Just attack that first pitch.
Top of the order, and Miles Straw, who tried to bunt his way on in the 1st inning. He popped it up to Contreras at first. He's going to bunt again. Fouls that one away for a strike. One of the faster guys in the big leagues.
Still got to respect that push bunt too. You got Contreras holding him close. Marcelo now kind of shading in and over just a little bit to be able to not quite close to that second base bag just in case.
Squaring to bunt, fouls it away. Boys having a tough time getting it down in 2 straight at bats. Now he's in a hole 0-2.
Doesn't really look like he wants to.
Yes, his heart's not in it.
No, really, it's like very passive approach of getting it done. Just sort of turns and he just
Yeah. Do I really have to?
Right.
Jimenez off first. Nothing game in the 3rd.
Oh, not the power fastball we saw against New York at home. Right now from Peyton's down about 95. He averaged 97.1 in that outing. Sitting on around 95 with this 4-seamer.
But that fastball against the Yankees, that was an absolute blazer. Don't have to tell you that Fenway is special. You can electrify the building. They will lift you up when things are going well, and it was all working for him.
He'll let you know when it's not.
That's for sure. 1-2, and a meager cut, just made contact.
That's what we're talking about. Unexpected strikeouts. Miles Straw, 7.1% K rate. That's the 4th lowest in all of baseball. He struck out last night. They got him once, but he doesn't strike out. Clement doesn't. Vlad doesn't. They're 2nd in baseball with the strikeout percentage, 18.6 as a team.
It's another reason why the Suarez performance was so incredibly good. As he spoils that one. He had 10 strikeouts.
Yeah. It's a team that just doesn't do it.
Narvaez was talking about it after the game. He caught it last night. He did a great job too. And he said as they were walking away, you could tell right away in the 1st inning something was different. that they were not going to touch him. In other words, just about no-hit stuff. 1-2 pitch. And tight at the shoulder. 2-2.
But this is what this team did last year, right? They didn't hit a lot of home runs, but they put the ball in play. You foul off a couple tight pitches, then you get one that big miss. Find yourself back in the counts.
Cut on and missed. He struck him out. Guy who never Ks. It'll be number 3 for Peyton tonight.
For last pitch, heater up and in. Got him feeling kind of uncomfortable. He go up and away with 96.
96 will work.
Located.
Clement took a walk in the first inning. And he'll pop up here on the infield. A play for Contreras or Meyer and Marcelo. Just a little taller. We'll take it. 2 down. In front of Vladimir Guerrero, who flied out to right field in his first at bat. Vladdy has swung the bat very well. You can tell by that batting average of 327, but the power has yet to come. That's just a matter of time. They'll rake that one down the line, fair past Durbin. That bounces to the corner. Jimenez is into third and stopping there as the throw comes back in and a double for Guerrero. He may not be hitting home runs, but he's doing plenty of that.
I felt like we had this conversation last year, earlier in the year when we came in here, hitting the ball hard, but not really getting anything up in the air. This one here, he's ready for it. Hammers it down the line, just out of the reach of Durbin. And Roman does a nice job too, not panicking, just getting this ball in. And you got 2 outs. You start panicking down there, and once you bobble it or drop it the first time, now all of a sudden we're thinking about sending Jimenez from first.
.104 miles an hour off the bat of Vladdy Guerrero. So the first trouble of the night for Peyton Tolle in front of Okamoto, who's 0 for 1 with a pop-up. A big power in Japan.
He's hit 220 average, but his last 9, he's got 3 home. He's hitting 300. Last night there was an 0 for 3 mixed in, but I felt like everybody in that lineup had one of those.
Okamoto with 5 home runs on the year. And a couple of real shots to dead away center against Cleveland.
Struggle with 2 outs.
Yeah, runners in scoring position. 1 for 16.
That's a lot of at bats this early in the year.
Big swing, 1-1.
They're only 28 games into the year. It's 16 at bats with guys in scoring position and 2 outs. Guys in front of them getting on a lot.
He's a big RBI man with the Yomiuri Giants. Here's the 1-1. Drove in over 100 a couple of times. Remember, they play like 20 fewer games in Japan per season. Second and third. Tolle trying to get out of this in the third. And a wave and a miss. Again, touching 95, 96 regularly. Looking for his 4th strikeout in a tight spot. A line shot instead. Anthony backing up. It's over his head. That's going to score 2. Jimenez in, Guerrero in, play at second, he dives, he's out at second base. Called out by Ryan Blakeney. Let's see if they challenge the play.
Well, that fastball down. See, he missed his spot. Everything up, has been getting some swing and miss. I think Narvaez wanted that fastball down. They want to take a look at it, or wanted it up rather. And he got it belt high. Pitch he can handle. Roman does a nice job of getting this thing in. Let's see this slide. He got that hand in. I think he got the hand in. And Marcelo with that tag too. He felt it a little bit on the wrist.
Toronto's challenging the out call at second base.
I think he got his hand in.
And if so, they will overturn it, and it will be back-to-back doubles.
Yeah, he's feeling a little bit in that wrist. He slapped that tag on Okamoto. He kind of slid right through the tag.
The replay operations center in New York is showing the replay on the big board here at Rogers Center. And that replay. Looks like he got the hand in there.
You want to go out and look at Marcelo.
So actually have a trainer out, take another look.
He slaps that tag on. It's right on the helmet, and then gets kind of driven into his wrist, and it gets bent a little bit. A lot of give in that tag, but Tracy and the trainer went out and talked to him. Looks like he's all right.
So waiting on an answer from New York as Toronto challenges the out call.
Everyone's staying on the field.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is out.
Wow.
Toronto will lose their challenge.
So ruled out to the boos of the crowd.
Wow.
But a two-run double, and Toronto takes the early lead at the end of 3. First pitch in the 4th inning, a strike on Wilyer Abreu, who is 0 for 1. Okamoto lining a 2-run double into the left field corner and then put out at second on the throw as they upheld the call. We thought taking several looks at it, he got the hand in there, but
yeah. Everybody stayed on the field. The Red Sox, even seeing the replay, they didn't bother leaving. Get back on it here now. Make him work a little more than he did in the 3rd.
Williers fly to left 0 for 1 as he'll take a ball high. And he has been swinging a good bat. 6-game hitting streak. Right before the current hitting streak, he went 4 for 34. And foul tipped and held by Heineman for the strikeout. 1 away.
Tomorrow at 2, don't miss Red Sox first pitch, presented by Rodenizer Home Services. TC and Laney, they're going to preview Brian Bayo's start in the series finale. You can tune in tomorrow at 2, only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360.
Trevor Story placed out a beautiful bunt in the 2nd inning, and he beat that out for a base hit. He was eventually stranded at 3rd. Hits are even in this one, 3-3.
That's the 2nd slider he has thrown in this game, 46 pitches in. It has been all 4-seam fastball and split. I don't think he's got really the good split finger. He's left a few of them up.
Yeah, he's a strikeout pitcher. He's only fanned 1. High fly ball foul off 3rd.
And that area right there is not where you want your split finger fastball. This has been a dominant pitch for him throughout his career. It's usually when you start that knee thigh high and let it drop out of the zone. This one is just a hanger. He's thrown a few of these.
One to Trevor. In there for a strike.
Well, last year when he came up, a lot of the hitters talking about you just don't see a lot of guys with this arm angle over the top anymore. The in vogue thing is kind of that low release point, 30 degrees, kind of get that ride on the fastball. He is right over the top. So the stuff isn't sharp, but the first time you see it, it takes a while to pick it up, the release point.
And buried in there for strike 3. Came at him at 95 and caught Trevor Story looking at the pitch. He's fanned the first 2 here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, after some splits to look at, he just sort of just sneaks this 95. Just good spot for it, but looked a lot harder than that, didn't it, after those splits?
Yoshida 0 for 1. He's lifted a fly ball to left. Mentioned the Red Sox are home Friday through Sunday, then go on the road for 3. Friday opens up the month of May. Red Sox will have 16 games at home and 12 on the road. On the road a lot this first month.
Yeah, quick little 3-game at home. We'll wait for road. Home for a little bit after that. 8 days.
Going to see a lot of Atlanta in the month of May. Braves are a very good team. They bounced back in a major way this year.
See, that's where he likes that split, that 0-1, 1-1 Yoshida rather than the one that swung over. That's that location where it's nasty.
Nobody on base, 2 down, 4th inning. And you Savage home with a 1-2. And poke foul. And Masa saw a lot of guys with good split fingers in Japan. Seeing a guy who loves to use it tonight. Two again. And a ground ball for a base hit into right. Masataka 1 for 2, and that gets the inning to Carlos Narvaez. Narvaez, who has been seeing the ball quite well as of late. Tonight trying to run his inning streak to 7 straight. Masa cannot be denied. 14 for 14 stealing bases.
Sleep on him.
Big swing and a miss for strike 1. That was elevated. Finale of this series tomorrow afternoon. Hope you can join us for the matinee. Brian Bayo on the hill at 3:07. Trying to right his ship in front of the off day on Thursday. Fouled off 0-2.
Yeah, they still haven't named their starter for tomorrow. Scherzer went on the IL, so not quite sure what they're going to go with there.
Feels like a bullpen game for Toronto. And their manager John Schneider. 2-strike pitch and a ball. A win tonight or tomorrow gives the Red Sox a 2nd consecutive series win. They're trailing here tonight 2-0. And you Savage with a 1-2. High fly down the right field line, deep into the corner. Straw giving it a look. And he will make the catch right up against that sidewall. Kind of disappears from our view, but tucked into that corner, he makes the grab for out number 3. 1 hit, 1 man left. Catch every Red Sox moment on NESN 360. You can download the app to stream live games, including home action in beautiful 4K. Log in with your NESN Direct account or TV provider and start watching today. Another bunt attempt. Varsho this time as he came up empty. He's 0 for 1 with a K. 2-0 Toronto. Got it both last inning on a double by Okamoto. New addition to their team this year. So Peyton Dooley gets 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup for Toronto, and a 1-1. Got him to wave and miss.
In that part of the game that we saw with New York, things started to turn a little bit. The cutter and the curveball became a lot more part of his usage.
And foul tipped and held by Narvaez for the K. And he fans Varsho for the 2nd time.
This was him against the New York Yankees. See the 4-seam fastball, a lot of fastball power. Look at that 3rd time through. He became a pitcher. That curveball was huge for him. All the off speed started to tick up a little bit. You started seeing the changeup a little bit more. I don't think he was capable of that a year ago. This power guy turned into Conley early, the third time through the order, right? Part of a young power pitcher kind of trying to figure himself out. He was impressive.
High fly to the right field corner. Again, Abreu on the run. And foul ball for a strike on Jimenez. Davis Schneider on deck. And for more on Peyton Tolley, here's Jemai.
Yeah, Dave, an interesting perspective from Chad Tracy as well, who also watched Peyton Tolley start in his office back in Worcester. He was obviously with them in spring training and understood kind of what the team wanted him to do. And also, Red Sox pitching coach Andrew Bailey told me he was in a really good spot right now. He came into camp ready to compete. Those were some flashes of what we see on the field now during the regular season of what we saw back then in Fort Myers, him dominating some of these lineups. So it's really just been a carryover and something that he has taken on and been really good at to this point.
Trying to finish off Jimenez. 2-2. Chopper to back up Story a bit. He's in on it now and will throw across to get him. 2 down. Now looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the contest. And about to take on Davis Schneider, who drew a walk in the second inning. Well, the Dodgers take on the Marlins tonight in LA. Shohei Ohtani will pitch, but he's not going to be in the lineup to hit. Second time this season, the Dodgers, Dave Roberts, have elected to do that to hold him out of the lineup.
Boy, I wouldn't. I mean, there's obviously a good reason for it, but he's in the game. I want that bat in there, too.
He's working on 5 days rest, too. Swung on foul to the mitt, and nothing at 2. And they did it earlier this season because he had gotten drilled in the previous game, and they just wanted him to pitch. Got to be great fear there too, you know. He's in the batter's box and he's going to get smoked.
Well, it's one of those like, well, he's feeling a little something, so we don't want him to hit. Well, he's out there pitching. He's going to go 6 innings. What's he feeling physically, right?
Throwing 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. Maybe that's part of the whole new workload thing, right? Don't want him to do both too often.
It's apparently the case. I'm with you though. If he wants to hit, let him hit.
Wow.
1-2. High fly ball into right center. Duran calling for it into the gap. And that is a 1-2-3, first of the ball game for the young lefty. Inning 5 powered by Salem 5 Bank. Red Sox are down 2-0 in Toronto. Lou Merlone, Dave O'Brien, and Jemai Webster, who promises to consume his weight in Looney Dogs tonight. It's now up to over 82,000 for the hot dog sales tonight.
Getting there.
I think they're going to set a record tonight.
Feel it?
Feel it. I can see it.
Came here hungry.
It is getting me hungry. The 0-1. Marcelo with a base hit in his first at bat. So he's hit safely in 7 straight. They come all dressed up. They really get into it.
Taking a little bit too far leaving the house like that.
Just a touch. 2-1.
So that first split up, I was talking to Tracy because, again, he was the one that had conversations with his big league staff in camp about ABS. He's the one that's been through it. Talking about how this team really has been passive, challenging less than anybody in baseball.
Sounded like he busted the bat. Long run in for Straw, sliding to make the play. It's a standout outfielder. Showed it right there. That looked like it was going to drop. 1 down.
You got a lot of speed out there in Shaw and Varsho. Covers a lot of ground. This thing did look like it was going to drop out of the gate, but he had a great break on it. Nice play. But Tracy just said he just wants to watch, continue to have conversations, talk about situations with guys. You know, tell guys really, trust your eye. The egregious ones early on are the ones we should be challenging. And trust it. It's just situational. You know, you got one. You want to have one left, especially if you have the lead as a hitter in the 6th or 7th. Those are more important for Whitlock and Chapman in that 8th, 9th, than to have it in your pocket. Just continue to have conversations with guys. He's dealt with it now for a few years.
A different tack, I think, a different mindset. The Red Sox have not been great at ABS challenges. They really haven't. When I was mentioning him, you know, he's seen the numbers. He said, yeah, that's true.
Well, the percentage isn't too far off. I mean, they're 18 overturned, 36 challenges, right around 50%.
0-2 and a little flare out to left center. Backing out Jimenez to make the play. 2 down.
Just really about the attempts at 36. Toronto's attempted 63 of them. And they've had 33 overturns, so they're just over 50%. Twins have been very aggressive. 83 challenges for the Twins.
They really were when we were there. Here's Duran 0 for 2, a tapper to second, a fly to right. Two to nothing Toronto. Sox have had some early opportunities that left 4 men on base, including a couple at third fouled away. 0-2. Tolley's only allowed 3 hits, but made 1 pitch that got ripped.
This location with 1 heater paid the price. None of the young guys like sitting, huh? Eating early.
No.
Not big sitters between innings.
Connolly early doesn't sit down the whole night. Duran, another guy who's like playing against Toronto. We were talking about Masataka earlier. He's 284 lifetime with an 885 OPS against the Blue Jays. Hit 9 home runs against them.
Yeah. 49 games.
Likes it here. Broken bat. Is that going to drop? Here comes Varsho. He'll run that down. Their outfield very, very good, particularly in center and right. Red Sox go 1-2-3. Bottom half of the 5th inning, 2-0. Blue Jays have the lead in what has so far been a quick moving game. Heineman will pop this up on the first pitch. We've seen a lot of that by both teams. First ball swinging. And 1 quick out.
Yeah, I would say offensively for this Red Sox team, there's been a lot of pitches in the middle of the plate. They really haven't made Savage pay. You know, fastball down him, and again, splits aren't supposed to be hung and thrown for strikes. It's supposed to be in the bottom of the zone, get swing and miss, and there's been a lot left up. They just haven't made him pay for it.
Jimenez looks at the strike as a base hit. He scored one of their runs. If you missed it earlier today, the Philadelphia Phillies were 9-19. They fired their manager, Rob Thompson. Comebacker. Tolley will grab that. Underhand for the out. Looks like it was chasing him.
This guy. Hey, he has fun. I mean, in between the 95 to 99. But this comes right back to him. Look at this reaction. And he's laughing. I was bringing it over there to first base. Contreras starting to laughing.
Look, he's talking to Contreras as he's underhanding it to him and laughing. Get 2 fast outs. Straw at the top of the order is 0 for 2. Don Mattingly is the interim manager of the Phillies. Zach Kelly gets going in the bullpen. And there are many reports that the job was offered to Alex Cora.
Well, you know that relationship with he and Dave Dombrowski. A lot of people may be wondering if that was his next stop. But going to report to Alex, which I thought he would do, is just sort of relaxing for the summer with the family. He's going to He'll get married in the off-season. He's got the 2 twins. Step away from it for a while. And then you get September, October, you start thinking about what you want to do next year. Take advantage of the family time. Baseball players don't get much of it in the summers.
Sure don't. Neither do coaches, writers, or announcers.
No. I mean, as a player, the only time you get to do it, usually miserable because it means you just had surgery. You know.
We love being at the ballpark. We're all addicted to it. That's going to be high for ball 4. So Straw is on with 2 down. But you get an opportunity like that to have a summer off, not worry about paychecks or anything else.
It's really nice when those paychecks come in anyway.
That's right. Especially at that size.
Yeah, I think you know, of course, it's his decision. You know, we'll see. But you see him back in the dugout at some point next year. But be able to sort of pick and choose the situation that he wants.
Ernie Clement with a walk and a pop-up 0 for 1 tonight. Red Sox down 2-0. Narvaez out for a long chat with Tolle, who just walked a man after getting Heineman to pop up and Jimenez to ground out. Clement came in hitting .310. He had a hitting streak last night of 10 straight that the Red Sox snapped. He had .381 during that. Leads the big leagues with 13 doubles.
See Kelly getting loose. He's only had 64 pitches, but that last time against the Yankees, he went 6. He did throw 93. Doesn't seem like a lot, but when he was down at AAA, he was right around 70, 74 pitches when he starts in the minor leagues. It really extended him in that first start. A lot of adrenaline going. Second start, we're already seeing the fastball velocity went down right from the jump. A lot of 95, 96s, not many 98, 99s like we saw against the Yankees.
2-0. And through for a strike. 94. Well, he only allowed 3 hits to the Yankees over 6 innings, punching out 11. Giving up 3 hits tonight. Straw, excellent speed. The runner not going. That'll be downstairs. 3-1.
Just a little tired out there right now. You got a couple dangerous guys on deck. You got Kelly hot.
Hitters count for Ernie Clement. Walked him for the second time. He's walked back-to-back men. And here comes the interim manager, Tracy, heading out. Said Kelly heated up. Man, he's going to go to him right here. And probably seeing the same thing that you're looking at, Lou. He's running out of gas. So 2 walks in a row and he's done.
Yeah, 68 pitches, but you could just see it. The velo wasn't there from the jump and walked back-to-back guys. This guy. Well, this is Peyton Tolle's pitching arsenal. It's presented by New England area Audi dealers. Kind of similar to what we've seen. 4-seam fastball, sinker, heavy cutter. The curveball wasn't as sharp as it was against the Yankees, but really the velo, right? 95 on average. It was 97-1 against the Yankees. Only 4 2/3. You didn't expect as much swing and miss with this Toronto lineup. They just don't do that often. You know, Zach Kelly trying to clean it up, leave a couple runners out there.
Vladdy Guerrero with a double and a run in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Has 2 base runners, Straw and Clement. Kelly's first one and a base hit into center field. That'll chase in Straw. He will score. The throw comes into second. And Toronto makes it 3-0. Another one charged to Peyton Tolle. And Vladdy not waiting around, went after the very first pitch from Kelly.
Yeah, similar to his last at bat too. He was very aggressive early on. It was a sinker up and in. It gets in on him. Doesn't smoke this ball, but it's enough of it.
Kazuma Okamoto is 1 for 2 with a 2-run double.
2-out walks will get you, and he walked a couple of them. Try to leave that second one right there at second if you can.
Clement and Vladdy Guerrero get their leads, and it's high and tight. Almost got him. Umpires are stopping play here for a second.
Snyder want to take a peek, see if that got him at all. But up and in like that, if that gets you, usually go on the hitter's reaction.
2 on, 2 out, a run in for the Blue Jays. And in there for a strike. Okamoto, an all-star in Japan. He's 29 years old. They bat him in the 4-hole. And Kelly with a 1-1. Former Toronto star Bo Bichette is homered tonight for the New York Mets. Another team where the manager's seat is pretty hot. 2-1. Foul away. The Mets have had a dismal year. 9-19. 2 more losses than the Red Sox have.
A couple of those teams are really high on that payroll list too. There's aspirations.
And nobody higher than the Mets. They actually outspend the Dodgers. Kelly with a 2-2. Breaky ball, grounded behind the bag. That's fair. Durbin with a long throw, and he got it there to retire the side. But they add another run after knocking Tolley out 3-0. Who was tremendous last year in the postseason for them at the age of 21. Now 22, and they have handed him a 3-0 advantage as we go to the 6th inning. Wilson Contreras leading off against the right-hander. Sox have not done much with him.
Good located heater though. Oh, whoa. A lot of them have been splitting the plate.
Mason Fluharty working in their bullpen.
See, that's the good split, right? He threw one to Massa as well. Where it's sort of down in the zone, disappears, usually gets a ton of swing and miss. Last year, 58.4 whiff rate on that pitch. And tonight only has 3 swing and misses on it because a lot of them have been hung, to be honest with you. Like that.
Yeah, Wilson missed it, fouled it back. Yeah, he's only struck out 2.
And this is his split last year. You know, on the year, it was 6 for 53. You combine the postseason as well. Hadn't had a good one tonight. He's almost treating it like a changeup. They've been out in front of it.
Roman Anthony on deck. And then Wilyer Abreu to follow. Here's the 2-2 from the righty. Right by him. He struck him out. That's his 3rd K tonight. And that'll be the last pitch he throws. Here comes his manager, John Schneider, is going to make the call to the bullpen. I would bet they're going to be absolutely delighted by getting 5+ out of him.
Well, you really know what you're going to get from him. I mean, the starts down in AAA weren't very long, weren't very good. And he came out here, you go 5 1/3, pitch count 74, 0 on the board. You'll take it all day.
And he's getting a standing ovation from a giant crowd here in Toronto. They remember what he did in the World Series. 3-0 Toronto.
Tune in tomorrow at 2:30 for Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by Plymouth Rock. You can get the latest Red Sox news, plus a full preview of the series finale against the Blue Jays. It's only on NESN and streaming on NESN 360.
3 o'clock tomorrow for the last game of the series. Roman Anthony will face a new pitcher. Mason Fluharty, the lefty, out of their pen. With one down and the Red Sox 6th.
Fluharty 15th appearance here already. He's at 5.4 ERA, but lefties are 2 for 19 off of him this year.
Roman is grounded to second, fly to left.
Heavy cutter sweeper. The cutter's basically is his fastball. Doesn't throw a sinker or a four-seamer. Just cutter, sweeper. And mixing a changeup against righties.
Savage making his season debut. Didn't walk anybody in 5 1/3. And a ground ball softly hit to first. Guerrero will glove that. Another quiet night for Roman Anthony. So far 0 for 3. He's yet to hit the ball hard.
Yeah, you got to get him going. Had those 4 days off. He looked off after 4 games on Sunday, just timing wise. You got some guys starting to swing it a little bit. He's got to be a part of it. Got to be right in the middle of it. A little more time to get him going.
Wilyer Abreu 0 for 2, a K and a fly to left. 3-0 Blue Jays. Toronto with the lead, and they have sold 92,000 hot dogs tonight and climbing. I think their record of 102,000 is in serious jeopardy.
102, huh?
Yep. It was earlier this season. (2-0) in there for a called strike.
Well, you're facing a lefty. He's been impressive. 333 off lefties this year. The thing I like, he got a couple of walks, only 3 strikeouts. Really handling them well.
(2-2).
No big on that one.
Trevor Story hoping to hit next. Big night for Boston sports. Bruins trying to hang on. Celtics playing. Red Sox playing. Abreu trying to reach with 2 down. Take ball 3.
Celtics trying to finish him off. Bruins trying to stay alive.
And Fluharty to the plate with a 3-2. And he walks him. First walk the Red Sox have accepted tonight. Comes with 2 down in the 6th.
Make a donation to the Red Sox Foundation. You can receive an exclusive Red Sox Foundation cooler bag and a ticket to the game on May 7th. You can learn more at redsox.com/charitybags.
Trevor has bunted for a hit and been called out on strikes tonight. 1 for 2. Two home runs for Story on the years. He takes one up high. Red Sox and the Blue Jays will meet 13 times. Toronto coming to Fenway with a pair of 3-game series, first of which is in middle June. Foul away. 1-1.
It'll look a little bit differently too. A couple of real big pieces to this offense. Springer will be back here soon. He could be in this lineup tomorrow. Alejandro Kirk is a huge part of this team, not just offensively, but behind the plate. Gold Glover.
Yeah, they're waiting on impact. Fly ball center field. It hangs up. Varsho's there. Side retired, a walk, and a runner left in the 6th. Bottom 6 in Toronto. Blue Jays had 3-0. And Dalton Varsho will lead things off in front of 41,949. Second consecutive sellout of the series. Samaniego, the lefty, working in the bullpen. Left-hand starter Peyton Tolley went 4 2/3 tonight. Charged with the 3 runs. Walked 4 in the game as well.
Yeah, never a good sign when you can't get 6 out of your starters. You know the record. I mean, they're 1-16 when they don't. 11-1 when they do.
Chad Tracy going out to get him after he'd walked back-to-back men in the 5th.
Yeah, he ran out of gas. Whether that last one got extended a little bit, I don't know, but it just wasn't as sharp.
Varsho takes the ball. Another guy is very difficult to strike out in their lineup.
Well, he is this year. K rate down to 16.5. Last year was 30. Really been a tough guy to strike out this year.
16.5%. And pounded in for a strike. 2-2.
Sox have a few things going against them. They're actually 0 for 11 when trailing after 6. Tied with the Mets. The only team that doesn't have a win.
2-2, got him. Struck him out.
Trying to get that K rate back up there, isn't Varsho?
3 times tonight. Jimenez will hit next. He's 0 for 2.
This is just sinker by you. It's a lot of that trailing by, after the 6th. It's a lot to do with the offense, right? It's been a struggle for them. There's not a lot of punch for that 2-3 run homer late. Looked better the last 3 games, but pretty quiet here so far.
Well, last night, just a different feel as Suarez was in total command from the 1st inning on. And he was brilliant, but that number says it all. Red Sox 11-1 when the starter goes at least 6 innings. One man out, the 0-1 pitch. So Brian Bayo's turn tomorrow as he tries to find a lot of answers. Frankly, he's sporting an ERA of 9 with a 1-3 record. Cut on and missed. Nasty. Down he goes. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks by Zach Kelly.
Back-to-back Ks on the sinker too. Just letting the good action go. Look at this. 97. Ball just disappeared.
It'll bring up Schneider, who's walked and flied out 0 for 1. Nobody on base.
Got a feeling that sinker tonight. A lot of times he's just cutter monster. First pitch, try to throw a cutter in there for a strike, finish guys off, cut, sweep. Just feeling that sinker today.
Talking about Ranger Suarez last night, 8 scoreless innings, 10 strikeouts. The 7th Red Sox pitcher ever to have 7 or 10 strikeouts and allow no more than 1 hit over 8 innings.
Yeah, it was just, it's like a walk in the park yesterday. Seemed like for him.
Well, felt special, and historically it was. Got guys like Smokey Joe Wood and Pedro Martinez and John Lester, who also did that. Hoffman working in their pen. And the 2-1. Heineman on deck. Three runs on 4 hits for Toronto. No runs on 4 hits for the Sox. Neither side's made an error. 3-2. And a struggle for Schneider, the very, very popular player here. Sees a lot of pitches. Here's the 3-2. And that's going to miss for ball 4. A little too much of that tonight by the Red Sox staff. That is 5 walks and counting.
Yeah, 4 of them with 2 outs.
And Tracy will go to the bullpen again. Ted Samaniego out there warming up. And we'll go to him right here. We'll take the break in Toronto. Blue Jays with a base runner, and they lead it 3-0. Time at the Ford.com/local. Call to the bullpen. Samaniego to take over after a ball 4 to Schneider. The Red Sox dip into the pen for the second time tonight. And as you can see, he's throwing the ball very well.
Sure has. 7th appearance, 7 2/3. Too many walks, but not many hits is limiting, and he's going to get Heineman to switch it over to the right side, where it's actually been a lot better in his career versus lefties than righties.
Heineman has fanned, and he's also popped up to third. Sox will have due up in the 7th. Yoshida, Narvaez, and Meyer. The bullpens on both sides are taking over here. And it's 0-2. Heineman, one of the better defensive catchers in the American League. Lefty trying to put him away. Ground ball to third, picked off by Durbin. Into second for the force to retire the side in the 6th. Toronto 3, Red Sox nothing. Top half of the 7th inning. Here, Rogers Center. Jeff Hoffman will make an appearance out of their bullpen.
Former closer lost it. Louis Varland closing for him now. Still nasty stuff.
Masataka Yoshida looking at a strike.
The fastball still 97. Get it up there. Split fingered slider. But you see the save opportunities. 3 for 6. The ERA 6.94. 25 strikeouts in 11 2/3. I mean, this stuff is still filth. But they're hitting 308 off them. Compared to 213 last year. Got to give up a couple home runs. A couple implosions.
He was their closer last year, 33 saves. He was their closer in Game 7 of the World Series when he gave up that big home run to Rojas. They were trying to close it out. The Dodgers would eventually win and take the World Series championship. Hoffman was despondent in their clubhouse afterward. He said, "I cost everybody in here a ring." 2, strike 3. One down for the Sox in the 7th. Go back to that fateful moment in the World Series.
Well, you can be thinking about it too, with all the superstars on that Dodgers team, right? All the stars. It was Rojas with this solo shot to tie. It was Rojas that made that play up the middle to get IKF at home. Pages, another guy out in center field making catches, plays. I'll live with that one for a little bit.
That said, you and I have seen some great World Series in our lifetime. 75, 91, some others too, but I'm not sure anything, maybe other than 1975 for me, can come close to that.
No, that was one of the best I can remember. Plus I had, like, you know, someone to root against. You know, it's like the Yankees when they were winning it. You're like, it's anybody but. You know, the Dodgers built this super team, and signing everybody and anybody, and you were just like, just beat them. Right? You just want to see them go down.
And in this town, they believed they were going to win it. They were that close. It was heartbreaking. Cut in and missed by Narvaez, and he fans. Welcoming fans first 2 in the 7th.
Good fastball, top of the zone, as I mentioned. I mean, the guy's striking out almost 20 hitters per 9 innings. Still getting hit around. But at night when he has his stuff working, he's tough.
Toronto bullpen, although it's had some issues, actually leads Major League Baseball strikeouts.
Well, this guy helps. And you got Varland too.
Marcelo 0 for 1 for 2. He does have a base hit to run his hitting streak to 7 in a row. Nearly had another hit when Straw made a nice sliding catch in right in the 5th inning. Ryan Watson loosening in the pen. Softly bounded to Vlad Guerrero. He'll flip it onto the pitcher, and it's a 1-2-3 for the Sox in the 7th. Last is 7th inning. It'll be 9-1 and 2 to bat for Toronto against San Diego, with the Red Sox trailing 3-0. With just under 42,000 on hand. Miles Straw on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Comes in here to face the lefty. Straw and the righty on deck, but only faced 1 hitter in the 6th inning. Still 3 hitter minimum if you come back for this next inning. He has to face 2 here now.
Popped up into short right. Marcelo Meyer with a play. And 1 down. And Watson still working in the Red Sox pen. Straw in this one has popped up, struck out, walked and scored. 3 runs, all against Peyton Tolley this evening, as he reached 4 2/3 on the hill in his 2nd start of the year. Straw will lay off ball 1. Pitch up the middle, through for a base hit. Only the 5th hit tonight for Toronto. But here comes Tracy again, and he'll go back to the pen and bring on the righty. So Watson coming in to face Clement. So 1 on and 1 out in the 7th inning. We'll be back in Toronto with more in just a moment. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com today. And by BJ's Wholesale Club. Make BJ's your home of the save and get up to 25% off grocery store prices. And back inside Rogers Center. Red Sox haven't hit much tonight, and they're being shut out at the moment 3-0. Ryan Watson makes another appearance out of the bullpen. He's been used a lot. First time he's ever faced Toronto.
And now lead tied for the team lead here in appearances with his 13th. Sometimes has to give multiple, up or down big, and trying to get a ground ball here with Clement.
He's walked 2 times, also popped to second. Stalled at center field, but Duran's right there to make the play. That took off. But for an out, 2 down.
He says right there, you saw that little hand gesture. It was like a little knuckleball. Looked like a simple line drive at him, and it just was knuckling and took off on him.
A good night for Vladimir Guerrero. A double, a single.
He's attacked the first pitch too. Last couple times up. Be careful here.
Ooh, he gets drilled, and he yells out in pain. And he reaches the 3rd time for the night, and he does it the hard way.
Duran, it just got way up and away. I don't know where it got him. Looked more like in the wrist area. Maybe just off that left wrist. I understand wanting to come in and kind of crowd him a little bit, right? Because he has been really aggressive on the first pitch the last 2 times. I think that's what they wanted to do. Just lost it up and in.
He's taking his stuff off and preparing to head to first. He gets a laugh as well. He'll take first base. Okamoto will climb in next. He's ripped a 2-run double tonight. Couple of men on with 1 down. Check swing, foul, strike. Time for a strong play of the game presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
That's how they got on the board. That fastball, that sinker just down. He was doing a really nice job. Was totally keeping the fastballs up, getting some swing and miss. But that one there, down in the zone, that was a 2 RBI single from Okamoto early in this one.
Old foul. And 0-2. So you played in Japan.
Yeah.
The Yomiuri Giants are.
They're it.
They are it.
They're the Yankees. Maybe now we call them the Dodgers. Japan's team.
Yeah, they are the big dog.
Yeah, he's one of the stars. And, you know, it's going to take him a little time. You see that batting average, but, you know, he knows the zone. They're playing every single day. You don't get Mondays off in Japan. You know, you travel a lot more. It's like same thing with Yoshida. Time zones come into play.
Just a lot of travel by train in Japan. 1-2. Lunging after that, he foul tips it to the mitt for strike 3. So no runs there. They're going to strand 2.
Tonight, following Extra Innings Live, don't miss Red Sox Finals, presented by Volvo Cars. TC and Lindy going to break down Toley's outing and preview Brian Bayo starting the series finale. It's only on NESN Plus and streaming on NESN 360.
New look, Lenny DiNardo this year.
How about him? Shaved head, beard piece, styling.
Caleb Durbin to lead it off here in the 8th inning. Red Sox trying to climb into the game. Rogers coming in with that low release height. It's the lowest in the majors, 1.3 off the deck.
Yeah, he's just dealing with that and slider, but mainly that. Just can't get him in the air. I mean, everything's ground balls. This is the best ground ball pitcher in the game right now, 73%. Talk about all the strikeouts they have out in that bullpen. They're not getting it from this guy. He doesn't swing and get a lot of swing and miss at all, but he just gets ground ball after ground ball. Sinker's like 83. It doesn't matter. It's such an odd release point.
Durbin, Duran, Contreras here in the 8th. Red Sox have only 4 hits.
A wiffle ball slider from down there just takes off on you.
It's always interesting to me, when does a guy start throwing that pitch? Punch to the right side, and Guerrero will catch it clean on a line drive for out number 1.
Well, when you're throwing traditionally about 3/4 and you're 86, getting nobody out, you start trying everything, right? You start dropping down and start getting outs.
Yeah, you're like, who can teach me a knuckleball?
Yep.
Famously, Tim Wakefield. Happened with Tim. And he became one of the great knuckleball pitchers of all time. 200 wins for the Boston Red Sox and a great career. Miss him very much. Duran is grounded out. He's also flied out 2 times. Think about all the changes in baseball, all the metrics. all the new numbers in the game over the last 5, 6, 10 years. Lowest release height in the majors. 20 years ago, you just said, well, he really drops down. Really drops down. And foul ball that bites Heineman. Got the catcher.
Well, I was talking about Yosavage, right? With 64 degrees right over the top. They got his release point at minus 61 degrees. You know, they just got dudes everywhere. Like Lee's kind of like down there a little bit. They just give you all bunch of different looks. In one game, you're seeing a guy over the top, and then you're seeing this.
Yeah, it's a great point about their bullpen. Different styles out there. Got some Blazers too. You're talking about the next time we see these guys is going to be the middle of June, and they're going to have a very different look with their offense in particular.
Different lineup right now, a little top heavy, but you start mixing in Springer and Kirk and Barger.
Fouled away, got himself that time. So I mean, they could really be rolling the next time we see them. They're not right now.
No, they're a half game ahead of you, 12 and 16.
They could be a powerhouse again.
There's the list right there. Barrios is making his last start. He'll probably be in this rotation next time through. Bieber's not too far away, but some of the bats. Santander's in trouble, but Kirk, Springer could be back tomorrow. Barger, Lucas, get some of those guys back. All of a sudden that lineup gets real deep.
And for a team that's 12 and 16, you do not sense panic around the Blue Jays. In there for strike 3. Duran caught looking. Another long night for Jaron. 0 for 4. And 2 away. Let's toss it down to Jemai Webster.
Well, Obi, you guys talking about some injuries. Sonny Gray threw a bullpen yesterday as he works his way back from a hamstring. Next for him, probably back at Fenway with more volume, according to Chad Tracy. Meanwhile, the starting rotation in flux heading into that 3-game series versus Houston. We think Garrett Crochet pitches on Friday, but Tracy says it's TBD for the weekend. They'll reassess the pitching coming out of the off day. Minor leaguer Jake Bennett is in the mix. He was scratched from his start today in AAA Worcester and is an available option for the weekend if needed. The Sox, if you remember, acquired Bennett in a trade with Washington back in December.
And Chad likes him a lot. It's a big kid. Doesn't throw that hard, but swing and a miss.
He's been pretty impressive. He's seen him firsthand up down in AAA throwing the ball well. He was scratched. He's supposed to throw up in Rochester. They scratched him. He said just to leave options. I said Bayo's definitely starting tomorrow, but it is interesting. You slide him in to give everybody an extra day off for the weekend.
0-2. Wilson tonight a double, a strikeout, and a ground out.
A big outing for him tomorrow.
Big.
I mean, a couple starts ago he couldn't find the zone. Last start he did find the zone. He just gave up 13 hits and 8 runs. He hit 5 homers.
He's got to show up tomorrow in the finale of the series. Chat there with Cedon with the night off. 2-2. And a ground ball to the middle, but Clement is there with the stab. And the Red Sox, who are 3rd in baseball in 1, 2, 3 innings, do it again here in the 8th. Bottom of the 8th, 3-0 Toronto. Middle game of the series after the Sox won last night 5-0. Toronto trying to return the favor on Looney Hot Dog Night. 97,925 have been sold.
They're slowing up.
They're running out of time to reach the record of a little over 102,000. $1 Hot Dog Night. Dalton Varsho 0 for 3's fanned all 3 times. And 1-1. That group has consumed 37.
The group or just the guy with the catcher?
Well, it can't just be the guy, right? He wouldn't be standing, would he?
Don't sleep on him.
2-2. You get all dressed up like that. You You have to eat a lot of hot
I'm just
dogs.
saying, like, you got 6 guys here, and if it's 37, that's not really that impressive, if you ask me. Right? You got 5, 6 people up there. Is that a group?
Into center field, he'll get a base hit. Good day saver for him. And leading off the 8th inning, Varsho is aboard. The official hospital of the Red Sox is Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, advancing medicine with breakthroughs in research, nationally ranked specialty cases, and innovative treatments. You can learn more at bidfc.org. So leadoff hit brings up Jimenez, who's 0 for 3. And they're actually going to hit Sanchez for him. So Schneider going to his bench. Jesus Sanchez to bat.
The lefty got a lot of power. 4 home runs. He's got some monster pop. Remember a few years back down in Miami, he hit a ball down there that just seemed like it kept going.
And Watson's first one to him. This guy ranks 8th in the American League in hard hit rate. A little over 93 miles an hour. He squares it up, and the 0-1. Popped him up. Trevor Story along with Durbin, and Durbin will make the play. First out in the bottom of the 8th. And we'll bring up Davis Schneider. Yankees leading the division by a game and a half over Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's won 5 in a row. Playing good baseball.
I think everybody's surprised whenever you talked about Tampa. He said they'll be there somewhere. They're off to a great start. They can still pitch.
Yeah, they can. Always seem to be a handful. Atlanta leads the National League East with a record of 20-9. It's the equal of the Dodgers. In the NL West.
Tampa, boy, I mean, Yandy looks old school. We got 8 homers. Camanero's 22 years old. Aranda's swinging it. And Simpson, Chandler, getting on base, doing his thing.
1-2.
A 4-game set with them coming up. About 10 days, I think, after Detroit.
Yep. They're back at Tropicana Field if you missed that. Didn't play there all last year. After it was destroyed by the storm. Roof anyway. That's outside. 2-2.
I think I'm going to miss Steinbrenner. I liked having 11,000, 12,000 people kind of into a baseball game. Being crowded, you go to the Trop, you got about 7,000 people. You got horns and music, and just feels dead. And I'm a huge fan of that place. It used to be a great place to hit when they were the Devil Rays.
Little dribbler scooped up by Watson. He guns in a second for 1. Back to first and got him. Double play. Schneider lunging at the tape, but Red Sox turn 2. We're heading off to the 9th inning. Let's see if they challenge anything here. 3-0 Toronto. They will not. So it is on to the 9th. Red Sox baseball on NESN, brought to you by Subaru of New England. Love is what makes Subaru Subaru. And by Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. 9th inning, 3-0. Toronto in front. And this 9th inning presented by Fubo. Red Sox try to get on the scoreboard against Luis Varland. Last year went by Louis. Wanted to change that this year.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. You see that 15, 14 games now. That ERA, the strikeouts are up there. This guy. Talking about postseasons. He had 17 appearances. Oh, I'm sorry, 15 appearances last year in the postseason. I mean, that's just amazing. He only had 3 series. He was in there every single night. Been dominant. Fastball in there, 98. Pretty much fastball, curveball, but he's got a little slider changeup to go with it to lefties.
Quiet night so far for Roman Anthony, 0 for 3. He do appeal, but no swing.
Striking out everybody, 40% K rate. Swing and miss. The Savant page is red everywhere and bright red. Red's good.
And a 1-2. Again, Heineman takes the foul tip. He's been drilled a couple of times tonight. Waving off the trainer. Sly grin from his manager. Bartlett last year pitched for both Minnesota and Toronto. Total of 74 appearances at 2.97 ERA.
Great pickup. They got him late, last minute of that deadline. Minnesota made all those moves. This guy was the last one. Toronto got a good one.
1-2. Struck him out. Roman still searching. 0 for 4. Statcast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
This is what you've seen here today. You had Savage, that release point 7 feet above, and Rogers last inning 1.3 feet. A couple different looks for hitters in one night. Then he gets finished off with this guy here.
Now Wilyer Abreu 0 for 2 of the walk. Red Sox have been held to 4 hits. And their 3-game winning streak in very serious jeopardy in the ninth. That's a strike.
They got some guys in the back end. Talk about Hoffman lost that job, but still a big arm. Rogers, ground ball monster, and this guy. Would love to have kept them out of that series. They're tough.
More strikeouts than any bullpen in the big leagues.
That's what you want out of the pen, right? Late in games.
The Red Sox do not have a hit since the 4th inning. Check swing and a foul to hang in. Red Sox defeat would drop them to 12 and 18. It would also be the first loss for Chad Tracy as the interim manager. And a 1-2 home. Struck him out. Back-to-back Ks in the ninth.
And that changeup really got into that split action. Look at this ball dive down. The guy throwing 98, 99. He comes at you with that too to finish you off. Too many guys have made contact on that pitch so far this year. Or tonight.
Trevor Story trying to bust it up. Has a bunt single tonight. He's 1 for 3. And looks at a strike. And Bartlett fires. Liner foul. It's 0-2. Been a big night for hot dog sales and really good pitching from Toronto. 1 strike away from shutting out the Red Sox after the Sox did it to them last night. And Varland ready. The 0-2 to Story. He spoils that one. 99 miles an hour. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He strikes out the side in the ninth. And Toronto wins it 3-0. The Red Sox 7th game this season with only 4 hits. Only the Guardians can say that as well. Toronto dominating on the mound tonight.
Yeah, the offense first couple innings, it had some guys on base, made Savage work. After that, it was pretty quiet night. Not much hard contact and not much from this offense here tonight. Totally just wasn't the same guy he was opening day. Didn't have that power fastball. Only lasted 4 2/3 here, and you can see it tiring down the stretch. So you come out tomorrow with an opportunity, to still win a series. And you're going to put it on Brian Bayo, who needs to be a lot better than he has been, especially in that last outing.
Hey, stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC and Lenny break down tonight's Red Sox defeat, and plus hear from Chad Tracy and Peyton Tolley. That and more coming up after the break.